Okay. All right. So we're going to get ready to go live with Will Winfield, and we're going to talk about the topic of email deliverability. So I'm going to get ready to log in here on Instagram. Now, you're not going to be able to see his reaction, but you're going to be able to hear him speak. So with that being said, I'm going to connect my phone Bluetooth to my Rodecaster, and then we're going to get started. So let's get that cracking. Okay. All right, so we go here, go to set system, Bluetooth, search for audio devices. Here we go. There we go. Now, hopefully this works. Yep, pair. All right. Hopefully we won't have no issues. So y'all should be able to hear what's coming in. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started on Instagram. Okay, that's gross. Let's see. All right. Tell him we're ready. He should be joining us here just a few minutes. All right. Let's jump into IG. All right. Waiting for him to go live. Then I'll jump in. So hope you guys are all doing well. Spring is sprung. We are in the second third of the spring season. Summer is fast approaching. We're getting beautiful weather out here in the Northwest. And here we are. We're ready to go.
Yo, what's going on, kings and queens? It is your boy Willis Blessed, and guess what? So are you. Y'all, listen to me. I got a treat for y'all, especially for all my speakers, my consultants, facilitators out there. If you're looking to be able to really grow your speaking business, you're missing a couple of elements. We want to talk about a very important element that majority of speakers are missing to help them increase their. And I call them Dr. Automate, Dr. Generate,
That's it.
Dr. Get to the bag.
Yeah.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, it's all good over here on this side, man. We got beautiful weather in the Northwest. Getting ready to go out in a slingshot in a few minutes and go out and enjoy it a little bit. And I'm really excited to be on this live today.
Yeah. Nah, no doubt, bro, man. So for me, honestly, bro, I definitely. Oh, there's an echo in the back, X.
Oh, there's an echo? You can hear echo? What about now?
Yeah. Hello?
What about now?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Is it better?
Hello?
Is it better?
A little bit better.
Okay.
So, for me, bro, man, we were just having a conversation about why, majority of speakers are not really landing in, certain inbox and things of that nature. And so, for me, honestly, I think the biggest thing that speakers need to understand, if they're looking to
happening for them. And one of the reasons being is because they do not know how to be able to land in a primary inbox.
Yes.
All right.
Do you want to do audio check real quick? Do you have echo anymore? Did I put my headphones on?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
I hear it a little bit in the back, bro.
A little bit? Okay, let me do like this then. All right. It should be gone pretty much now.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. All right. That's better, bro.
Okay, cool.
I just want to make sure everybody can hear outside the echo.
Yep. We got to get that technical stuff together.
Echo again, bro.
Oh, it's back?
Again, bro.
It's back?
Yeah, it's back, bro.
Okay, let me just turn this down. It's really hot. What about now?
Hello? Yeah, we're good.
Right on.
So yeah, bro. So pretty much, man. If you guys are tapping in with us right now, please forget we just doing sound check. But nonetheless, if you're here, obviously you're here because you want to learn how to be able to increase your booking rate as a speaker. And one of those things that play a factor, one of the elements, is primarily emailing. Okay, and most people, when they email, they wonder why certain things are happening. So, Xavier, let's walk them through this process with a little bit of time that we have with them, and let's just really talk about this right here. Um, oh, it's an echo again, bro.
Yeah, yeah. All right, I got you.
But yeah, nah. But I think the biggest thing that they need to understand is like, for you, what is the top mistakes that speakers make when they're sending out emails?
Yeah, the number one thing people don't do when they're sending out emails is make sure they have an email that is seasoned. Okay, let me break that down. Seasoned emails are generally emails that have some kind of history or some kind of reputation with the email service providers. Now, you guys need to strap in. I'm really working on my communication and how to make things simple.
Yeah.
All right. So strap in. This is going to be tight, loosely technical. Okay. But for your convenience, I am recording the session on my end. So at least you can get their playback on the audio if you guys want to. Just first thing you need to do, go to at the traffic link. You can see and go follow me. Then send me a DM, and then I'll send you the replay. Okay, ESPs are email service providers. An email service provider, basically Gmail, Yahoo, you name it, right? Outlook, you name it, email service provider. Anywhere you can go and get a free email is an email service provider. And the email service providers are they do not like brand new email addresses, right? And so people go get these email addresses, right? joespeaker.com, info at joespeaker.com, and then all your emails you're sending out go land in the spam or the promotions tab. What's happening there is that you haven't built up enough reputation so that it'll land in the primary inbox. And how you get around that is there's two ways. One, the first way is to get an email address or a domain that's already been registered and has some domain authority. Let me slow down there for a second. What is domain authority? Domain authority, or a DA score, is basically the amount of, like, I want to say equity, or the amount of reputation that your email or that your domain name has in the search engine world, right? So when you get enough domain authority, or you have a seasoned domain name, the likelihood of it landing and getting your emails into the inboxes in the primary inbox is substantially higher. So a cheat code is to not go out and start your own domain name. Go to GoDaddy, and you can go Google GoDaddy auctions, right? Domain auctions, and then you go Google that and go find a domain name that you want to buy or that you want to bid on, go to this site called prepost.com. Click on the domain authority link. Let me make sure I got that right. Make sure I'm not giving you guys the wrong information. I'm gonna just make sure I do it so much. I don't even think about it anymore. Prepostseo.com. That's the domain. Go to prepostseo.com and just put in your domain name, right, that you're gonna buy from the auction from Google. And if it has a domain score of anywhere between a domain authority score or a DA score between, you know what? And I can show for the on the replay. I'm gonna be able to show what this is. So let's go to pre-post. So let's go presenter. Let's go. Let's go share screen. All right, and go to. So you can go to Prepost SEO. You can click on the link up here that says domain DA checker or domain authority checker, right? Let me see something real quick. It's like stuck. Hold on a second. All right. Well, y'all got to just follow me. Go to domain. Go to the domain authority checker. When you get there, you're gonna just you click there. A white box is gonna pop up, and you can put up to 5 web pages in there. And if you have a domain name already for your speaking business, put it in there. Like we put in William Winfield, right? .org, and you can look and you click on check authority, right? The goal is to get anywhere between 20 and 50 in your domain authority. If you have between a domain authority score of 20 to 50, you're going to land in that primary inbox just about every single time. Now, I won't say 100% of the time because nobody lands in the main folder or the main inbox every 100% of the time. It's just not going to work that way, right? If you as an individual don't open up a particular email from a certain person after a certain period of time, the ESP is going to be, okay, so for Xavier, anything that comes from, gogadgets.com is going to go immediately to spam, where before it used to always land in your main or your primary inbox, right? Well, if you don't answer that email after a period of time, the email service provider is going to be like, we're done, right? You're going to spam from now on. Now, when you go into your spam and you say mark as not spam, you're actually giving a green check for the ESPs or the email service providers to go, oh, okay, this is legit. Okay, it's cool. We good. They're going to continue. We're going to continue to put these emails in the main inbox going forward. And so how all this kind of plays together, domain authority and email deliverability are twins. I won't even say they're cousins, right? I won't even say they're brothers. They're twins, right? They're twins because one plays on the other. One knows what the other is doing. Like twins have that telepathy thing. One knows what the other's doing. So what you're doing here is you're improving your domain so that you can get higher domain authority. That's if you already have your domain. Now, if you don't have your domain already and you're looking to, or you want to get a new domain for the sole purposes of starting email campaigns, go the seasoned domain route. Go Google or GoDaddy domain auctions. Pick one that kind of loosely matches what you do for your business, and then go buy that. Use that one, and then variations of that, or go find a few of those, and then use those to use as your marketing emails. Pro tip here is when you go buy that domain for the purposes of emailing, make sure that you go into your domain records, your DNS records, domain name server records, go into your GoDaddy, go into your DNS, and when you buy, after you buy that auctioned off domain name, make sure it's set to forward to your main domain name. So for instance, if you go buy in the auctions, I'm a publicspeaker.com, but your main domain name is joepublicspeaker.com, make sure that anytime somebody goes to, the first domain name, it forwards to the second domain name. So that way, if anybody automatically puts it in, it'll show the real representation. Because what people will do is when they get an email from you, they're going to look and try to validate you to see if you're real. And they're going to put in that domain name to see if it actually gives them information that's relevant. I'm sure if you've been in the business a little bit of time, you've run into where you put one domain name in, and then when the page actually loads, it's another domain name. That's called domain name forwarding. Again, let me slow down, because there's a lot. There's a lot. I get it. I just happen to be doing it long enough to where it's easy for me to talk about. But it's a lot. I get it. So I'm trying to use simple terms so that it make it easy for you guys to comprehend, because it's technical. It took me a long time to get it. It took me I come from a software engineering background, and I did that for a number of years. So, whatever. So when you're doing it that way, that's your pro tip. Okay. So if you don't have, if you say, no, I don't want to go the auction route, I want to buy all new domain names, then you need to go through a process what's called email warming up, right? You need to warm your emails up to get them ready for the campaign. So what that looks like is you use tools like Instantly to warm up these cold domain names, and Instantly is an AI that's just taking these domain names that you give it. Like, say, let's use Will, for example, right? Let's use secretsaucespeakers.com. So you're going to go buy domain names, get secretsaucespeaker.com, team secretsaucespeakers.com, the secretsaucespeakers.com, your secretsaucespeakers.com. You're going to get 5 of these emails, these domain names that you're going to buy. You're going to put them in. You're going to put them in Instantly, and Instantly is going to warm those domain names up, right? And there's some more technicality to it, right? Like you got to go get a Google Workspace account and all this kind of stuff, right? It costs money. Okay, it's not cheap. It's not something that you're going to do for free. It's going to cost you, right? That's just the nature of it. With that being said, you can take all these domain names. Once you put them in email Instantly, it takes about 2 weeks for it to warm up. At that 2-week mark, you can take those. You can snatch those email addresses that have been warmed up and just use them in whatever your CRM is going to be, like the Traffic Link app or like Gig Easy. I ain't saying too much. Okay. I ain't saying too much, but you can go put it in your application, right? Once you put it in your application, now you have a warmed up email. And what's going to happen is, as you start to progress through cold emails, you're going to burn through some of those emails, because enough until that email address is warmed up, it has a likelihood of falling into the red and therefore being tossed aside or being trash, because it's got put in the spam too many times. Another pro tip: when you're starting cold emails, do your best not to use your primary domain name. In the case of Will, don't use williamwinfield.org to engage in cold email, because what is behind that name, williamwinfield.org, is what's called an IP address. And the IP address is just a series of numbers that are assigned to your particular email. 192.1.0.1. Y'all seen them before. Like if you look on the bottom of your router at home, on the bottom of your internet connection box, you'll see IP address. And then the IP address, it'll list it out. That's your IP address. Well, those IP addresses are attached to anything you see visually on the internet is attached to an IP address. Every single website is attached to an IP address. Your email, joespeaker.com, is attached to an IP address. When you're emailing out emails from your primary domain name, you could lose your whole business, because it can get so bad with the ESPs that they'll just say that your email, that your IP address is blacklisted forever. Like, it won't show up on the search engines.
So X,
None of that.
I want you to talk about what does blacklist mean, because some people, I don't think everybody really understands the terminology. But what does blacklist mean, real quick, in like a 60-second nutshell? What is that, so that viewers can know?
Okay, blacklist looks like this. You go put in say you use joespeaker.com as your cold email domain. It gets flagged as spam so many times that the next time you enter, imagine you're going to go before a decision maker. It's time for you to show off what you got. Well, do you got a website? Yes. Well, last night you sent out an cold email campaign, and your domain got blacklisted and you didn't know about it. So when you tell the decision maker, go check out my website, it's going to say, this site cannot be reached. That gray, black screen, or whatever color screen it is on your, gone. Gone. Out of there. No. Basuda. Gone. Trash. Right?
Yeah.
Gone. That's what blacklisting means. Yeah. So
That's good, bro. Keep going.
it's very technical and it's very methodic, right? It's not as easy as let me just muscle into the market and go. You can do that. You're going to get less than favorable results though. And I can tell you from personal experience, you don't want it. Like, I can't tell you how close my domain name got this close to being blacklisted. Another thing will happen is, if your email gets blacklisted, anytime you try to send an email to a Gmail, it won't go through.
Yeah.
It immediately bounced. Like, it immediately. I had a client that I worked with last year that she was like, I don't understand what happens. How come every time I send an email to Yahoo, nobody gets my emails? And in my mind, I was like, oh, you got blacklisted. But she don't know that, right? So what I did, the first thing I did is I went and I checked all of her records, right? I went through and I checked all her records. And I checked, what I'm checking for is, I'm checking for the DKIM. I'm checking for the SPF. And I'm checking for, hold on a second. I'm checking for the DKIM, the SPF, and DMARC. If those records, those three things are not in your domain name server, not in your GoDaddy, not in your Namecheap, not in your, what you name it, wherever you went to go register your domain name. If those records are not in that DNS record, your emails are not going to go through, period. So we went through and added all those records. And then she came to find out she still can't add them. She still can't get emails to go through. She's been blacklisted. So then she had to go get a whole new domain name just to send emails. That's a perfect example of blacklisted. And that's what you don't want. That's what you don't want. So if you're in a place where you're experiencing the same scenario where your emails are not going where you want them to go, then you need to be looking at taking these steps that I'm talking about here, right? Number one rule, don't use your primary domain name for emailing cold leads or emailing cold emails. Don't do that. 2, make sure you have all your records in place. 3, make sure you're using best practices when it comes down to sending out emails. Number one cardinal rule, when you're sending out email and you have a brand new, say you just got done warming up your email, the number one rule you don't want to do is you do not want to send links and images. Stay away from those. Don't do that. If you have a brand new email address, don't send links in emails because you don't have a strong enough reputation with the email service providers to inform them to let your emails get into that main inbox.
Right.
So, I don't know. We can go deeper, and it gets much deeper. But I feel like if you're wondering why you're not getting deliverability or why your deliverability sucks, that's what we call this whole situation. That's that. Let me give you another like behind the curtain scene look into things, right? Another, yeah, this is a good one. Like people don't think about this. The more you do, like say for instance, you got all your instantly set up. You got all your emails that are warming up, all your domain names are warming up, but you need to start sending out one-on-one communications, but all your one-on-one communications are ending up in spam. You're like, God, I mean, I'm not sending out cold emails, but all my emails are still ending up in spam. There's one thing that you could do right now, today, that will help you increase your deliverability. That's a get you gotcha. That's my new term. Here's a get you gotcha. Start turning your emails into blog posts. So anytime you're sending an email out to somebody that's kind of in general in nature, because what you make a blog post, that's informing the search engines. Okay, who owns Gmail? Let me go on a little tangent with y'all. Who owns Gmail? Google. Who owns YouTube? Google, right? Where should most of your SEO efforts be focused?
They missed it, X. They missed it, dog.
So if you want your email deliverability to go up, help the search engines find out who you are. And the more frequently you're creating content, the search engines are starting to realize, oh, this person is legit. Oh, okay, yeah. We're going to put their information in the main thing. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably taken the deliverability personal, right? Like they're hating on me, dog. They hating on me. Why they hating on me? Like what did I do or what can I do so they can stop hating on me? Well, the reason why it's not hate. You're just not known enough. They don't know you. You ever been the new guy to school or the new girl to school? You ever been the new employee at the company lunch table and nobody knows you? And then you be like, why they don't want to talk to you? You haven't been around long enough. You probably ain't saying enough. And you probably tucked off in the corner eating your lunch silently, trying to assess the situation because you don't want to make a big splash. You don't want to come off with the wrong impression, but you don't understand that your silence is killing you. So if you want to up your deliverability, do more with your domain name that's going to help the search engines, Google, find you. And they want to provide people with a quality experience. Let me tell you their motivation. Let me tell you the email service provider's motivation. Keep the bad stuff out and keep the good stuff in. If you're providing them with good stuff to give to their clients, of course they're going to promote you. You ever been out in public with a bad kid? And then, and you like, every time you go out with them, it's like, I don't want you coming with me no more. Right? Because you always bring a level of embarrassment to me that I ain't ready to deal with. That's the ESPs. But have you been out with a good kid? Oh, yeah, my kid gets straight A's. They're going to college. They're getting a degree in, mechanical engineering. You want to bring that person around. You want to be the good kid. And how you be the good kid is by providing valuable information to the internet, Google, so that you can show up as an expert, right? And that they know that anything that comes from you is going to be valuable.
Come on, bro.
So when you do that, that's why I said that your domain name and your email are twins. They know what each other's doing, right? That's why if you see somebody like, for instance, If a new product dropped and everybody's starting to talk about it, their domain authority is going to go up through the roof. Their email deliverability is going to be like 80 to 90%. And everything, all the world's going to be fixed. It's going to be good. It's all's good. Because y'all come meet my good kid. Come meet William Winfield. He my good one because he always providing value. He always over delivering. He's giving, people are looking for his content. They searching for it. And we want you to get as much as you can get from William Winfield because he does a phenomenal job. This is my good kid, right? Yeah. And because you built a reputation, you built up something they can promote because they want to promote the good stuff because if they promote the good stuff, it makes them look good. That's their motivation, right? And you got to help them see you as the good kid. They go hand in hand. The more content, and that's why you should start hosting. Another pro tip is you should have a couple of YouTube videos on your webpage somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna give you another pro tip. Search engines crawl through your web page, right? You've probably heard this term before, web page crawlers. You know how you can help the web page crawlers index? It's called indexing. When you become relevant, this is all before you even send out briefcase buoyant. This is all before you send out an email. This is all the work you need to do before sending out an email. What you can do to help help the search engines find you better is create a sitemap and upload it to your page, and then go on Google and just search sitemap upload optimization, and they'll show you how you can tell Google, I just updated my sitemap. Can you go crawl it for new information? And if you do that once a week, you'll greatly improve your chances of being found in the search engines. And then your email deliverability will go up. It's all related. It's all tied together.
Dog. Yo, man, X is giving heat. Yo, X, this is why they need to be, forget the done for you speakers. Like, this is why they need to be in our $97 a month community, bro.
Yep.
So they can get this rich value, man, because most speakers don't even understand this, bro. And you can't grow your speaking business if you're not landing in the primary inbox. So just think about it. You get a list of 300 leads. Out of the 300 leads, you only are actually landing in the inbox of 10 of them.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time.
You don't have these small steps. And so most speakers, X, they look at these things and be like, oh, this is boring. If
it
it's
is
boring, that means you're not willing to grow.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that's going to help you grow your company is the small molecule things that lead up to the big impact. It's not having a fancy subject line or a fancy, email body. It's really understanding what happens on the back end.
Right.
And so these small things that you told them about, you have to implement those things. And so, honestly, if you're here and you're getting value from it, Xavier drops heat. And these are the things that speakers need to learn and understand. Because when you understand this, your business will grow faster.
Indeed.
So X, as we land the plane, bro, cause we gotta get up on another meeting. But as we land the plane, bro, what would be your final words of advice to the amazing speakers that are watching us right now?
Hey, give yourself some grace, learn, and get better. It is the intricate things. It's the little things. I recently made a post and put it on my IG about all the things that I deal with when I'm looking at marketing. See, I don't deal necessarily with the tip of the iceberg. I deal with everything that's below the surface, because it's those little intricate things, those little tiny tweaks that are not often talked about, but are truly common knowledge amongst those that know, but they're not talked about. They're not expressed. You haven't been exposed to it. But now that you've been exposed to it, do something with it.
I love it, man. Now, here's the thing I want you guys to understand, man. Everything that Xavier said is fire. He's the reason why we're out here changing lives and making impact from the technical side of things. Again, number one, you can't do nothing by yourself. You can be as talented, as gifted as you want, but when you allow people to operate in their level of genius, you become dangerous. So people looking at everything that we're doing and it's like, oh, it's just Will. No, you see Xavier, he is a big portion of the reason why things happen. So again, if you're looking to grow your speaking business and you feel stuck, what would you rather do? Continue to be stuck or pay $97 a month, get the game that you need so that way you can go ahead and go win. And then on top of that, get connected with Xavier and see how he can be able to help you on the back end as well. So yeah, man. Xavier, where can they find you at,
Man,
Ken?
what I want y'all to do, what you can do for me is go on my YouTube. Go look at the traffic link. And I have a whole section, a whole video on there. You know what I'm gonna do, Will? I'm purposely gonna leave that video up. The deliverability email. I mean the deliverability email deliverability video. And then I'm gonna take it down.
Yep.
I'm gonna take it down in a couple of days and I'm gonna put it in your community. And it's only gonna be accessible in your community. Well, maybe mine too, but it'll only be accessible in our communities. You won't be able to find it after a couple of days. So go there now, subscribe, give me a like on the video, and leave a comment because I'm not perfect. It's something I probably missed that you probably need to know about, and I want to be able to address those questions and address those issues. But go there, go check it out, and go to YouTube, and then go on my IG. Give me a follow. It don't hurt. It don't cost you nothing. Don't hurt you nothing. But just give a follow. Stay tuned. Get in there.
Yeah.
And stay apart. That's what I would say. And let's get it. Let's grow. Let's elevate. Let's go. Let's do what we can do to get better, little by little. My YouTube is the traffic link. Just go on the traffic link. Yeah, go on the traffic link, and you'll find it. Just go on YouTube. Type in the THE traffic, like what you probably are in right now, TRAFFIC, and then link, LINK, the traffic link. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely make sure you go to the traffic link, man. Definitely phenomenal, major game that he gives, and I promise you, man, it's gonna be a blessing to y'all. So make sure y'all do that. Shout out to Dr. Boss in the building. We see you, Queen. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, Xavier has definitely changed our life and changed our company just from the technical side. So I'm telling you right now, if you're looking to grow your speaking business, if you're not showing up in the primary inbox, it's because of these reasons. So make sure you go follow Xavier. Make sure you guys watch the replay. Make sure that you guys, stick around, turn the notifications on. I'm really just going to be going live with my team and just giving you guys some valuable game because it's the small things that set you up for the great success. All right. So love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let's get it. Let's grow. Let's be great. Peace. Professional speaker. And so I'm going to bring up, one of my, because of these reasons. So make sure you go follow Xavier. Make sure you
All right, you guys, and that was a conversation I had with Will is Blessed. I'm on his team. I work with a select number of people in their business, and I'm really helping elevate the technology, the technical parts of their business. That's what I do. Like I said, I can address the things that are above the surface. Like I know how to shoot content. I know how to create content, but really where you start to scale your business is everything that's happening just below the surface. Go on my IG, give me a follow there. And again, thank you guys very much for joining me. I'm Xavier. I'm the traffic link, and I am out. I'll talk to you guys on the next